Real thoughts, real trades, real journey. A video journal documenting the lessons learned on my journey to becoming a disciplined trader. Welcome to Trading the Journey. I'm Neil, and today I want to share a trading day that taught me one important lesson. Let's see what the market had to teach me. So yesterday was one of those down-up days and wasn't real enjoyable in the first trade and wasn't all that enjoyable in the second trade either, but I ended up being only negative $14 down. And I can't really say that the second trade was out of a technical reason, because I took it mostly out of frustration. But I also know why I took the trade in the first place. So I know why I got in, why I took the trade, and why it did what it did. So let's explain what happened. Let me see if I can explain what happened here. So the first trade was a fence trade, right? It was a fence trade. I could have kind of taken this power bar here, going into this key level. And this, looking at the chart, I got to kind of say it's looking kind of messy a little bit. Like there's a lot of lines on here. A lot of confusion. I'm kind of starting to think that maybe I'm overcomplicating it. That I'm cross-pollinating different strategies into, instead of my core strategies, instead of working on what I should be working on. But anyway, so I took a fence trade. And I don't even remember where my stop was. Let me actually just draw this out here and see where I was. We'll just update these values here. Let's see, 29311. I do know it's a fence trade, and then my stop was 292280. It stopped a quarter below, one tick below, which was fine. All right. So here was my stop. The stop was at 50% of the 5-minute fence of the fence. So that was the default right there. And as you can tell, it went up and it came back in. It went up, hit, and then it reversed and just dumped. And you can see just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight candles, pull back, small pullback, and then 1, 2, 3, another 5 candles. And when I got stopped out right here and it continued down, as frustrated as I was, I shouldn't have taken another trade, and I did this one out of frustration. I guess you can call it revenge. And I don't want to be rewarded on that kind of trade. I want to be rewarded on the technical aspects of the trade, why I got in, where my stop was, and where my target is. So after I got stopped here, I was so frustrated. I was watching the chart, didn't even make it to previous day low. And actually the 30-minute orb right here, it rejected off the 30-minute orb. It did a 3 inside up, and you can tell because, we got the wick that took out the low of the day. And then this bar, and then the second bullish bar closed above the previous bear bar. And as you can tell, it went up, and that was it. It reached that key level, and rejected from there. So, and then after that, I decided to shut it down. I not exactly sure, what was going on yesterday in my head. And I ended up being $14 down, and that was it. This chart looks messy to me. I don't know why I started getting into having all these lines. I'm starting to think that maybe I should try to keep things separate, because all those lines aren't really part of a power bar play, and they're not really part of the fence trade. They either work or they don't. And I'm probably going to end up removing all those lines from one chart and just keep another chart handy with all the lines on there separately. And, and go from there. It's been a rough road trying to consistently trade. And I don't know. Lately, it's just been on the wrong side of the market. I don't even know if what I'm doing works or not. I don't even know what I'm doing. There's all this stuff here that just there's all this stuff here that just, I don't know. I go in, I make my lines, hopefully key levels line up, and that's it. So we'll see what happens today and tomorrow. Hopefully I have some good green days, and I'm hoping that I can get consistent soon. I really want to pass this prop firm challenge, the eval, and start getting payouts. Because I need some extra money in the month. All I want is a few extra $100 a month to help me out. That's it. That's all I want. It's just been tough. So, all right. Thank you for joining me for today's lesson. The market has voted. Today's lesson is written. I hope something from today's trade helps you on your own journey toward becoming a more disciplined trader. If today's trade reminded you of something you've experienced yourself, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed today's journal entry, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button on the video and subscribe to follow the journey. Until next time, real thoughts, real trades, real journey.